It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And a fantastic chip from the rough.
Welcome back to the JT Show. I'm your host, JT. The audio video might be a little laggy. This is the first attempt on doing a Zoom call, so this is unofficially brought to you by Zoom. Trying to use different apps, trying to, bring the old Call of Duty team together, the boys, the veterans, the Cannon squad, okay? Trying to bring them all back in for JT Show episode 46. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of August. We got plenty of topics to talk about, including my dumbass baby face. I shaved. I hate it. I dyed my beard black. Long story short, I don't think I'm ever going to shave my mustache off ever again. So I'm going to bring in the old squad into the recording. And now, damn, Prather, you sideways. Now we live.
Hang on a second.
What
Let me get that.
Oh, there he is.
Prather's
There
going
we
through
go.
a fucking earthquake.
Earthquake in Arkansas.
All right, so
Right.
on my bottom of the screen, you've got, as you know, his team cut. You see him on Twitch, see him on the internet. And then
Cheers,
to
boys.
my left, we have
Cheers, brother.
known as PratDaddy on the old PlayStation Network. But he's also a homie who's been on as well more than 2 times. So welcome back to the JT Show, both.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Glad to be here. Oh, yeah.
The cool
Silver
thing
bullets
is
for all around.
it's
Silver
going
bullets.
to take a long time to process once this video is over, but it has a recording feature, so it just records while we go, and then it just takes a long time to download.
Wonderful.
That's nice.
All right, so one of the main topics of today for the JT Show episode 46, we wanted to talk about Fernando Tatis Jr., all right? And Prather wanted to be
beast
first up
mode.
to bat for this, dude. So go ahead, Prather, with
All right,
and
3-0 count, Prather.
and what
you
we're
got?
talking about here for a little bit of background is some dumbass, unwritten rules in baseball regarding Fernando Tatis Jr.
We could ramble on about this for a long freaking time. So this
Long
could take
time.
a second.
Yeah.
So unwritten rules of baseball, right? This is the reason that the young generation does not watch baseball, right? 3-0 count. You're looking for the meat pitch down the pipe. If you throw me a fastball, I'm sorry, buddy. It's getting daddy hacked.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to bat flip on you, maybe. If we're up 7 runs, man, I might just run it out. It's a little disrespectful at that point. But this kid is doing
Yeah.
big things in the league, man. You got to respect his talent. You gotta love what he's doing. He's first in home runs, RBIs. He's getting there in
Steals.
average, and he's tied for first in steals on the year. He has some crazy,
He's a
he's
baller.
got some Javi Baez dodges over here, dude. Like
Bats first in the lineup.
stupid potential. Dumb.
As a rookie, too. It is the Padres, though.
Yeah, he's probably. I mean, he's best player on the Padres. I'm gonna say that right.
Yeah,
now.
100%. Yeah, I would agree with that, including their bullpen.
I don't even know. Honestly, I don't even know any. To be real honest, I don't even know another player on the Padres right now besides Fernando.
Machado.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There's number
And,
2.
and the next thing that really pisses me off about Texas is they fucking threw behind Machado, who was batting behind Tatis,
oh, yeah.
the very next batter. Very next
Yeah.
batter.
Yeah, they got a little butt hurt.
And then
Right.
I believe a player and a manager got a game suspension or got thrown out, one of the two, because of that one pitch.
This is there shouldn't even be a question if this is right or wrong. There's no one on these kids' sides. I heard somebody say it on Barstool today, and it was like the only person, or Trevor Plouffe said it. He's like the only person who is like feels sorry for the pitcher who got daddy hacked was other pitchers in the league, just because they know what it's like to try to.
It's not
zip a
even all of
fastball
them,
over.
too. Like, there was dudes like Garrett Cole that came out, and they were like, yeah, if you're going to hang one over the plate on a 3-0 count, like, you have to expect it to get hit, especially with a young guy like that's batting the way he's batting. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter what the score is. Like, if you hang one
No,
over the
these
plate,
are
it's going to get fucking
These are
There's-
professional baseball players.
yeah. It's
The
not like your
700 is not
Chapman. You're not
safe
going to
in most
burn one
leagues.
by him. You're not going to throw a 102 by him. Like,
Right.
There's
you hang
plenty
a
of support
95 mile an
for
hour fastball over the plate, it's going to get fucking hammered.
there's plenty of
Every
support
time.
for him where people are saying what I like. If you don't want him to swing on a 3-0, don't pitch 3 balls. If you're mad
Yeah.
that he's hitting home runs, don't go down 7 runs.
Yeah.
Coming from the same teams, I saw another stat that beat the Orioles, I don't know, by 17 runs or something like that.
It was stupid. It was 17-3 or
It
some
was 30-3.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that what it was?
They
That's even
scored
worse.
they scored 16 in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, and so basically, in especially in the shortened season, but especially with the season that he's having, I don't care what the score is. If you're throwing me some juicy meat down the middle, dude, I'm trying to go yard with that 10 out of 10 times. Okay. If my coach hits me up and my coach goes, I need you to bunt or not swing, and he's pitched me a fastball down the middle, I'll take it yelling out if I know I can hit that grand slam like he did.
I'm getting a phone call. I'm gonna take a little hiatus.
All right, just me and PratDaddy. Cut will join back in when he gets here. Anyways, and I have no professional baseball to mark this off of, but I've also played in softball games. I know these are not the same thing, but I played in softball games where 10 runs can get scored in the last inning. And I know baseball is a lot more managed. There's an actual manager. There's an actual bullpen, and pitching actually matters. Okay, but if you're throwing me meat down the middle and it's the top of the ninth, and I'm playing softball, I'm still trying to belt one over the fence.
Yep. So, a crazy story, kind of not similar at all because I'm not a professional. I was in high school. It was like my junior year or something like that, going into my junior year. We were pitching. I was pitching in a tournament. I had caught 5 innings that morning, and I was like smoked, like gassed out, didn't have anything left. I was barely good behind the plate. And the coach puts me on the mound, and he says, hey, dude, get these next 3 outs, get us through 2 innings, get us out of the game. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'll do my best, man. I get up here. We're playing like a Little Rock Christian team or some good team, right? They're like 6A, we're 5A. I can't get anything on the plate. My fastball doesn't have the zip on it. I'm trying to get him with the break and stuff. And I walk 1 batter, 2 batters, 3 batters, bases are loaded. At this point, I'm like, I just got to hum one in, dude. I get this guy. He's got a 2-0 count. I throw a curveball. Can't get it to fall in right. 3-0 count. I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm going to hold this thing in my whole hand. Stupid freaking 4-seam grip. And I'm just going to zip it. And I threw this thing right high middle of the zone. And it was going to be a strike. And this dude gave me the daddy hack, bro. And he pulled a grand slam down the left field line. Probably went 360, which was a bomb back then.
And I just crushed your dreams.
360 in high school is a bomb.
I never pitched again in high school because of that play right there.
I mean, I wanted to try.
I wonder how many great pitchers got tossed out of pitching just because of a couple of hits or 1 game or 1 bad game.
Yeah.
I wonder how many phenomenal pitchers just lost all motivation to pitch just because of 1 game.
I tried to pitch. And I think I walked 2 batters, and my coach was just like, "You're done. It's not for you, man. It's not for you, man." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
I closed a little bit in high school. That was about it. I didn't have any heat. I didn't really even have that good of a changeup. I might have thrown maybe 75 in my fastest. I threw a lot of junk balls. I had a nice little knuckle curve. That was about it.
Yeah.
But what wasn't enough to get me that scholarship, though.
Not at all.
No,
Not even close.
I
couldn't hit. I could field. That was about it.
I still don't. If I could go back in time and tell myself how to properly train for one sport, I still don't think I could get to the pro level with the athletic talent that I have. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, oh, if I go back in time and I weightlift and eat properly, yeah, you might be able to get to the level. But I'm right at 6.
That just gives you the best chance for it. I mean, your odds are still
slim to none.
From 1,000,000 to 1.
Less than 2%.
Yeah.
I think it's even less than that for baseball if you account how many kids play little league ball or even high school ball that go pro. It's minuscule. The odds are not in your favor.
From my little local area, there's been 1 pro in the last 20 years.
Dang, who's that? Oh, is it that was a pitcher, right?
Coal Miner, I think. He's from Homer. He pitched for the Diamondbacks. He pitched over the head.
I remember we talked about him once.
Yeah, his dad. Short little story on him. He came. They had the home team story when he came and pitched against Detroit starting. His dad taught him how to throw hatchets, so he threw directly over top of his head. So it was the weirdest.
Oh, his shoulder must be fucked.
No, he would lean to the side and then throw straight.
Oh, really? He'd get sideways with it, huh?
Not to the extent of a submarine pitch. It's so weird to watch. So just go look it up on YouTube. How if you're listening to
check it out.
But yeah. So out of all that talent, not very many people go pro, especially from these small little farm town schools up here in Michigan.
Sometimes you get some beasts out there. I would like to look at a list of players that came out of schools with less than 300 people graduating. Like that'd be kind of cool to look at. Kalamazoo is not a small area, huh?
No, Kalamazoo's a bigger city. Actually, right now, Ypsilanti has the #1 draft pick in basketball. Who's going to Michigan State? It's God, I can't think of his name right now. But he just committed to Michigan State, and I think he made his own little prep team. But yeah, he's in high school and he was the #1. He played for it's Bates. He plays for Ipsy Prep Academy right now because he just went to the academy, but he's literally the #1 recruit, and he's going to Michigan State.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And that's.
But I might be a State fan for a little bit for that one.
No, not at all. No,
he won't do it.
No, but he's that's about 40. That's about 45. That's about 45, 50 minutes away from me. But that's just one person out of a lot. And I mean, you guys have your local. We have Fox Sports Detroit, and I'm sure you guys have Sacramento, Fox, whatever. I don't know what do you call it over there.
We got Fox 40 out here. I don't know if it's that's
a
local channel or not, but
so I mean, at one point they threw the top 20 Michigan-based football players that ever played the game, people from Michigan, who and that was pretty interesting. I can't really remember that list, but so watching him play in high school was just pretty wild too.
It's fun. We had a dude, I can't remember his name, but he plays for the 49ers right now, and he went to a school in Sacramento. Can't remember his name, but he signed with the 49ers. He's got a pretty decent deal. He's not like a beast or anything in the NFL, but I guess in high school he was tearing it up.
Dude,
I think that's the only guy that's in the league right now from anywhere near me.
We got tape of Darren McFadden trucking through our secondary.
Is he in Arkansas?
He's a Woo Pig native, dude.
Oh man, I knew he played for the Razorbacks. I didn't know that he went to high school.
So
there.
Yeah, he laid the meanest stiff arm in high school. I mean, it was like he was a college athlete. He was made to be in college, a Heisman Trophy candidate, and just buried our dude like he was like a teenager.
College level, probably.
I think given the right O-line, he would have been a much better running back.
Man, he got burned at Oakland with that offensive line.
Oakland screwed him. He was all they had. It was him and he played with Jamarcus Russell for a year, right?
Yep.
They had no O-line. They had no O-line.
Ruined his career.
They screwed him. And then I thought he was going to get a great deal with the Cowboys. I remember he went there, but they ended up going with whoever their second back was for the whole season, and I thought he would have flourished there, but I guess he didn't show what they wanted in camp.
Man, he just battled with too many injuries over the years, and
I can't remember that other back that was there. Who was the back in Dallas before Zeke?
That's before my time.
DeMarco Murray?
Yeah, he went from the Eagles to the Cowboys for a season, right?
I think it was DeMarco Murray.
There's an Eagles player. Or did he go vice versa? He went from the Cowboys to the Eagles.
Cheers.
Man, I want to say it was DeMarco Murray, but I'm not entirely sure.
And then basically,
that'd have to be a Google question.
Basically,
let me Google that.
Basically, what happened is, he had a great season and he wanted a lot of money, and he walked and he went to Philadelphia and he didn't have that offensive line that the Cowboys had. So his next season was pretty shit, to be real. Yeah. Because, I mean, Dallas has one thing. It's not a winning record, but it's a good offensive line, dude.
Yeah.
And they used to have Jason Garrett Clapp, man, but he's on the G-Men now.
That poor bastard.
The G-Men, Seaman. I mean, G-Men, like the old Eli's. I don't have anything. I mean, like Saquon Barkley's quads are really nice, but
right.
I really have nothing else to say about
the old Buffalo.
Yeah, I have nothing to say about New York.
Giants.
Or the Giants, yeah, at all. By the way, Cut's Googling. So quick little thing. So, we were all based at the same base, and this is the COD squad right here, dude. This is we call this the Woo Pigs, COD Woo Pigs.
The dream team, baby. Come on.
Yeah, we get W's every now and then. Prather and I almost had W's and duos tonight. One of
had a couple second places last night.
Yeah.
Demarco Murray.
DeMarco Murray. You were right.
Demarco Murray was the guy.
So I was asking, I was talking with Prather because we were doing a test run because we wanted to make sure this worked. And I was like, hey man, you got any good stories that connects all three of us? He's like, well, I have one with Cut where I took him hunting. And I don't know if you remember that.
Oh yeah. That's a good one.
Tell that story.
Bro. So I didn't know a goddamn thing about hunting. I'm just like a normal fucking city boy from California.
Boy.
Roseville, California is where I grew up. It's a little fucking city town. Just north of me is Lincoln, another fucking normal ass city. # Dykes isn't country. So
that's fine.
I told Prather. I told Prather.
That's your last name. He's not saying a racial or a sexist slur.
That's DYKE.
Yeah, no, that was the last name.
Okay.
So I told Prather, I was like, man, I'm trying to go hunting or fishing with you or something. And he was like, man, I got this guy, and he's totally cool with us going on his property and shooting doves. Right? It was doves. And he's like, I got an extra gun for you. We can just go out there. It'll be cool. No one's gonna give a fuck. We just gotta not shoot his shit. And I was like, all right, sounds like a fucking plan. Let's do that. And so we picked up some beer and went out there and just set up these little fucking chairs. And he set up his little bird mojo things, little decoys that were out
electronic, there. Yeah.
And he's like, all right, man, let's, we're just going to sit right here, drink some beers. Once we see the fox comes in, as soon as they start to flutter, right before they change direction, that's when you want to get them. And I was like, all right, I got this. And I watched him peg fucking 10 of them before I even loaded my weapon. And I loaded my shotgun. And I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. And I'm sitting back in the chair, and he goes, all right, you're going to get this one. It's coming in real nice and slow for you. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And right before it starts to flutter, I aim up at it, and I hear bang! Fuck, Prather takes it out. I was like, what the fuck, dude? He goes, you were too slow. I was like, fuck, man. That happened 12 more times, bro. I was I was the opposite of trigger happy. I just couldn't fucking do it. I ended up getting I think altogether, we ended up shooting 30 of them or something like that. And I think I only shot 4 of them. And one of them was the wrong fucking bird. It wasn't even the right type of bird.
Shot a fucking Tweety bird.
Yeah, it wasn't even the right type of fucking bird. It was just flying in with the rest of them.
Those are the best times. Getting a couple of brewskis.
That was a lot of fun, man. We're just out there chilling, drinking beers, smoking cancer sticks.
Yep.
Allegedly.
The flock, dude. When they come in, so if you kill a couple and you leave them as dead decoys, it makes it look like they're all eating that corn pile. Mm. Or that silage. So you can just swat over the top of them. Most ever killed at that same spot was 417 in a day. Usually we hit about 80. So what me and you had was probably just a quick afternoon, run.
Yeah, it wasn't even that long. We were out there for maybe an hour. Maybe. We were just out there chilling. And then we ended up later on, because we were both living on base at the time, and I met you behind the park. And by the time I got there, you had already fucking skinned 8 of them. And there's just feathers fucking everywhere all over.
I remember that, dude.
Place. And you taught me how to skin a dove. You just throw your fucking thumb in that bitch and fucking break that bitch out.
Yep.
And then we ended up eating those up on the desk. I had 5 of them. They were really good too. You let them marinate for a couple days too. They were nice.
Yep. Well,
never had dove before. It was pretty good. Yeah. It tastes like teriyaki chicken almost.
One of my biggest regrets in life is I still haven't gone hunting with Prather.
Oh, dude, it's a great feeling.
I'll have to.
Clovis trip? Clovis trip?
No.
Clovis trip back down to the property.
I want to say one of our co-acquaintances drove through Clovis on his way to see one of his other friends, and I was like, I would never drive through that town.
Damn.
I'm avoiding.
I don't have a need to anymore. I don't have
anyone
else there
might
that
just
I know.
If I'm a really sad old man, I might be kids, we're going on a road trip. I'm going to show you the darkest place that changed my life. Don't ever join the military.
By the time that happens, dude, it's going to be a huge bustling city right outside the base. They're going to construct some.
Dude, they're going to have
your kids are going to be oh, this is fucking nice.
I would use that I would use Clovis as an example of, hey, you're spoiled. You could live here. We could move.
Yo, you know what I found out today?
What's that?
It's like kind of off topic, but on the same topic at the same time. I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he was talking about some crazy fuck, what was the guy's name? Something Hancock. But anyways, there's like a meteor crash site that's right outside of Clovis, New Mexico, and it's such a weird style site that that was the first one they found. So when they found other ones that were like it, they call them Clovis sites.
Huh.
And that's like right outside
cool.
of the Clovis, New Mexico. Yeah, I was like, damn, I've never heard Joe Rogan say Clovis, New Mexico, and he just fucking said it. Like, that's the craziest thing ever.
Like, I've been there, bro. We're brothers.
Yeah, like I probably would have bet millions of dollars that Joe Rogan never said those words, Clovis, New Mexico.
So,
But like
right
he
there.
said it, and it was like in 2015. It was an old podcast, but yeah,
Even Google thinks Clovis is Clovis, California.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
California.
Clovis,
Dude.
California isn't even fucking nice.
Do y'all
I
remember
met a coach from there.
what was his name? Josh Molesky. He like fucked up his knee and like I don't know.
Molesky sounds familiar.
He got caught. Sorry, Molesky, if you're listening. He got caught underage drinking. He turned 21. I think it was like February 24th. They caught him underage drinking at like 11:30 on February 23rd. He got on all this deep shit. Anyways, that dude was from Clovis, California. So
Clovis.
tie it all back in. Isn't that crazy?
That is
They're
that is
"Where you
the
from?"
military
He's
in
like,
a
"Clovis."
nutshell right there. For any of you listening that have never joined the United States Air Force, that is just how it fucking is.
Dude.
I mean, it's not a bad thing, but just stay out of the security force is toxic.
Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Should I grab mine or what?
dude?
I wish I had one now. Fuck me.
Hold on.
I mean, the military is not an all bad thing if you got nothing else going for you, or if you want to serve your country, and there's reasons to do it. But when you're in security forces and you're stuck in Clovis and you're
You know what?
I'm
gonna stop this video and I'm gonna go get something wild.
Uh-oh.
But I'm gonna throw on
See
my
what
other
he's got.
hat, dude. Too funny of a
Oh
hat.
no, we got to wear it until he brings whatever he's bringing.
But Cannon it's one of those bases that they wanted to close down a long time ago, and then some congressman was like, no, it's gonna kill the city, and then we all got stuck there. And here's why I hate it. Okay, here's the number one reason. I went to a real base in Alaska, and it was fucking sick. Okay, and I was driving around this base, and I was like, this is what a real base looks like, not not this piece of shit fucking in the middle of nowhere. They had fishing, archery ranges, cabins that you can stay in, camping, the biggest outdoor rec in the military in Alaska. Green trees.
It makes sense that they would have a big one too, just because there's so much shit to do
Oh,
there.
yeah, dude. There's like crazy. There's so many campers and like trailers that you can rent, cabins. There's so much you can do, and I'm just like, dude, I got ripped the fuck off, dude.
Yeah, no, we definitely did. And I've always told people, they're like, what did you do while you were there? And I was like, literally the coolest thing to do in Cannon Air Force Base in Clovis, New Mexico was go somewhere else.
Yeah.
To drive away from it. That was the coolest thing you could
go
do.
to Angel Fire or go to Albuquerque or
anywhere
Colorado
else.
Springs.
Literally an hour and a half radius, like anywhere else other than right the fuck there. Like there's nothing to do in the city.
I met a girl from Amarillo just so I could get the fuck away from Clovis.
I've talked to a couple girls from Amarillo.
Amarillo by morning. And I mean, being close. And the thing about it was, the craziest thing was Lubbock, those Texas Tech Raiders fucking hated the military.
Oh yeah, no, they only the dudes, the women loved us.
Yeah, well, I mean, not me. But yeah, what I'm saying is
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun and a lot of not so fun in Clovis, New Mexico. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, so basically, we would go down there, and then being traditional guys in the military, we'd be trying to talk to some ladies, and they'd be like, "These are our college ladies," and you're like, "Bro, you don't own her," and then there'd be a huge thing, and then he'd be on to the next place.
One time we were out hanging out at Cricket's. A little bar on Broadway, right across the street from the university. And it was me, Sam Hall, and James Lopez.
Man, we're dropping fucking first and last. I can censor those if you want me to.
Dropping all of them. No, I don't give a shit. This isn't that big of a deal.
They'll never listen.
we were out there hanging out, and we were all just young single fucking dudes wanting to chase some tail, and so we're out there drinking and playing pool, and we see this group of girls just like hanging out, and there's a whole group of dudes hanging out with them too, and 3 of the girls were just gorgeous. And I was like, man, that blonde one is just fucking nice. I would love to talk to her. And Sam was all drunk, so he was like, oh, I'll go fucking talk to him. So he walked up to him and challenged him to a 3v3 game of Jenga. The longest game of Jenga I've ever played in my entire life. Probably lasted about 2 hours.
Gross.
Because the girls, they kept holding the 2 other ones would hold the rack still while the other one would pull a piece out. And I was like, okay, well, if you guys get to do that, we'll do that too. And we're a foot taller than you, so we're going to win.
Yeah.
And so we did that literally for 2 hours. And then it finally fell. And the bet was the losing team had to buy the winning team a round of shots.
That's not worth it for just 1 round of shots.
It was worth it in the long run. Not so much for me, but for Sam.
Yeah.
I ended up being a little bit of a dickhead. And got kicked out of the apartment at the end of the day. But the funniest part about the whole thing is that they were with a group of like 5 dudes, and then halfway through the game of Jenga, they told the dudes that they should probably just leave.
Yeah.
And so the guys shook their head and just walked out.
And then forever on from there, they just forever hate us.
Yeah, that was it. Maybe it's my fault.
Yeah. Nah.
Maybe probably not my fault, but I'm definitely part of the problem.
Yeah, you definitely don't. Prather's live again. I'm a little worried.
So I've always wanted to do this.
Oh my god, dude! you got me fucked up.
You have to put that portion of him has to be the thumbnail. Can you throw our picture up next to that?
Here, I just screenshotted it.
You remember that picture me and you took in your basement?
I don't know if I still have that.
I'll send it to you. You should see if you could throw that on the thumbnail or put it at like the beginning of the video or something.
How fucking good does this thing still look, bro? It's like I put it in there yesterday, dude.
Bro, you look like a Call of Duty character right now.
I mean, I could. Hey, yo, put me on Activision. Call somebody up. I'll break out the guitar.
His character.
You have the
his
guitar
checks
slung
IDs.
on your back instead of a secondary. You use
Oh
it as a
my
fucking
god,
melee.
that'd be overkill, dude.
No, dude. Instead of a heartbeat sensor, he has a D-bid scanner.
You're not authorized to enter this facility.
Sir, you got a warrant. Have you ever had a run-in with the law? Because you have a warrant.
The funniest part about that is halfway through the game, it would stop working.
Yeah.
So we'd just be holding it, pretending to scan people.
Yeah. Okay. So here's a horror story for Cannon. I don't know if you guys remember this. In such a little base, there's people who just fucking find things. They find things that don't really exist. They're so fucking bored that they want to make everybody else's life miserable. So at one point, D-bids wasn't working, and we had Brass come in and look underneath the cabinet that this thing was on, and underneath where the wires would run through, there was one wrapper. And she said that the airmen were trying to trash the gate shack so the mice would chew through the wires, so it would ruin.
That's elaborate.
Yeah,
she's definitely had that thought before.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, we aren't fucking smart enough for that, dude. I ain't fucking.
Yeah, no, the airmen out of golf too are not smart enough to fucking
Yeah,
do
dude.
that
when
shit.
you really think about it, you would just put peanut butter around the cord.
Yep.
Yeah, but
they sell peanut butter at the damn shop.
Yeah, but
yeah, you can get the little cups. Cups. You just peel them back, stick your finger in there, and
she was adamant about it. She was like,
she got me through basic.
She was like, these.
Oh, dude, I loved those in basic.
I mean, that's all
I used to get the in basic. I would get the Special K cereal with the strawberries in it, and then I'd take a little half scoop of peanut butter and a full scoop of cereal breakfast every morning. 8.5 weeks. That's what I ate every morning.
I had 4 peanut butter cups in the morning with 2 scoops of honey in it, and I would done.
I would have.
Hydrate, get out. Yes,
I would
sir.
have a bowl of cereal with every meal because you had to have 2 liquids with every meal.
No, use one of your milks.
So I just use the milk and the cereal, and then I wouldn't have to drink. I just be. They're not gonna make you slurp the. We got one for the boys.
Uh-oh.
Crack it open for the boys.
Oh, there it is. Cheers.
But yeah. So, anyways, we've all been playing Call of Duty with each other. Let's talk about some of our likes and dislikes of Call of Duty so far for this season. So I've actually fallen in love with the P90. I built a P90 class today.
Dude, I've been telling you, man, the P90's lit. My favorite part about it is that it's got a 50-round mag, and it doesn't take away an item slot.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, you can't increase it or decrease it, but it's always 50 rounds. It doesn't hit very hard, but it rips.
Yeah. Prather and I were playing
huge fire rate,
super aggressive before you got online today.
We ran 4 contracts, all bounties.
All about
Nice.
We had at one point he had 20,000 and I had 15,000.
Dude, I don't know what it is. Whenever me and you play with Prather, we always rack up some cash.
Yeah. And well,
Prather, at one point when I was playing with Prather,
we landed in
like
Boneyard.
36,000, and then we ended up dying. And, that was like that one time. Remember, they did the little Dropbox things that come out of the helicopters, and I went and got one on my own, and I was like, bro, look how much cash I have, and I had like 30 thou.
Oh yeah.
And then I ran into a squad, and they fucking RPG'd me and took all my cash.
Yeah, you were for like I just came back into the game.
I was lone wolfing it.
Yeah, and then you got one, and then you got another one, I think, or you headed to another one, and then there's another squad there. But yeah, we ran back to back bounties. The first bounty we just took out like right off the rip, like
just
landed,
strips.
boots on the ground, pistols out. Yeah,
He got me.
Dude, I love it when you kill a squeaker.
They won't let me help.
And then the second bounty
Yeah.
I pulled out, I just picked up a sniper off the ground, off of a box, nailed him. He was like, and then I was just like, okay, cool. And then we had to run a little bit for the third one, and then the fourth one
This
where we
camping
lost.
ass bitch.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
What?
And then
I'm
the fourth
over
one
top of
though
you.
that set us up. They sent us across an open field, and that was just too much. They sent us too
Yeah,
far
the open
out.
fields are wild.
The high ground.
We should have bounded. We should have fucking bounded, dude.
Dude, we should have.
Oh,
we
dude,
kind of did that
gotta
for a
revert
second.
back to your Air Force training.
Yeah, dude. We were.
I love
bounding
how
with the
Prather's
train.
just chilling with his beret on right now. That makes me giggle every time.
I forgot how comfy it was, dude.
Dude, it's not a bad. I'm a fan of the beret.
I'm dying,
I like
dude.
the beret.
I know where mine's at. Mine's downstairs.
Mine was taken.
Tell me this story, dude. I gotta hear this.
No,
not telling that
that's
story on the
not a.
No, I have one. I have one actually. It's in my drawer. But,
That's
I'm not gonna
that's-
whip that one out.
That's if I ever get famous to where I'm like 55 and they're like, let's finally hear the story. I'm like, okay, I'm the machine. Okay, here's how I'm the. Here's how.
Yeah,
This is
that's a story for a later date.
Yeah, which was
boy.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
you gotta
will
tell me
tell you
after that
that the
stuff.
night before I got it taken from me, I stayed out till about 3 a.m. drinking with some degenerates, and Taylor ended up waking me up just in time for my meeting with the commander. Showed up 5 minutes late.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, so I did stop over, and I was like, hey man, I'm not hanging out tonight. But what I'll do is like no, actually, I was hanging out. I got picked up by by she should not be named, you know. So I was like, hey man,
She should not be named.
yeah. So I got picked
Like I
up by
did that.
this lady
Voldemort,
friend. Okay, yeah,
Voldemort.
not your Voldemort, but my Voldemort.
There's
So-
plenty of Voldemorts that should not be named.
Yeah. Anyway, so she picked me up because I was pretty heavily wasted, and I said, "Hey, man, I'm gonna call you twice tomorrow morning, and if you don't pick up, I'm gonna drive over and wake your ass up." I call this motherfucker like 5 times at like 5:30 in the morning, and this motherfucker's not picking up. So
I was out.
I drive over to his house, and his front door wasn't open, which is pretty great. I mean, that's typical like cut house. So I just like fucking broke into his house, and I like ran into his room. I was like, "Motherfucker, you got 35 fucking minutes to get fucking dressed and your ass to base to get your fucking ass
Damn.
out that." And he was like,
Took me 40.
"Yeah." He was like,
Hell
"Oh
yeah.
shit," you know. And it was so funny. I was like, "Hey man, I'm going back to bed. Let's get Jalisco's for lunch."
I played it hella dumb too, because the bitch ass first sergeant called me, and he was like, "Hey, Airman Cutcomb, this is your first sergeant. I'm a piece of shit, but where are you at?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm coming through the main gate." And he's like, "Oh, you know, you had a meeting with the commander at 0800." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it was 0830." And he goes, "Oh no, it was not. You better get here." And I was
Damn.
like, "Oh, I'll be there as soon as I can." And then they made me wait there until 9 o'clock. I had to stand at parade rest outside the commander's office.
That's fucking retarded. That's that kind of
Oh,
shit,
yeah.
dude.
He had
That's what I'm
meetings. He had meetings after your meeting. I was like, no, he fucking didn't, because he never left his office, and I never saw anyone go in there.
He's probably just FaceTime.
He didn't have any fucking meetings. He was just he was probably just sitting there chilling on Facebook on his computer or something. Yeah,
chewing
that's what he's
seeds.
doing. First sergeant's in there catching loads in the back of his throat.
Whoa,
Right.
dude! I'm gonna have to throw some.
Throw some
I'm
beeps in
a
it, man.
censor
I'm
some.
fucking sorry.
It's okay. We're too.
I'm not sorry.
We cracked open the beers. Fucking. I should have got
We're flowing.
Coors.
We're flowing right now, bud.
We're super flowing right now. It's just gonna. I'm probably not gonna upload this one tonight. I'm probably gonna save it and then I'm gonna edit it tomorrow on my off day. So yeah, I said today was the 19th. This will be uploaded Thursday the 20th. Okay, just so you know, because we've definitely got some Call of Dutying to do tonight. Hey, Prather, how long you still got, man?
What time we got?
It's 8:30.
Well, now I can see both of you. You just swipe. Hey, Prather, you swipe your screen to the left, and you can see all of us.
Oh,
He's a little frozen.
nope, can't do it.
He's like an old
you
man.
can't swipe?
No, it ain't working, bud.
Ah,
Oh,
Can I do it in
okay.
the middle? I can see you. No, I can't see him.
How do I add parties?
I can see all y'all,
Can't do it.
but I'm using a PC. I'm using
Yeah.
a MacBook Air.
Oh, to the left. Oh,
Your other left, Airman.
Yeah.
Oh, so now
All
to
right. Hutch. There
So-
we go. There we go.
so now
Oh,
to,
you got it?
There we go.
So now it
we
is.
got a party, dude.
But what are you?
Hey, I'm gonna
what are you-
smoke a cigarette on the podcast. Hope that's all right.
No, that's fine. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you and it can cause
It's
cancer.
not good. It's a dirty, nasty habit.
Some of the things though
Terrible.
with Call of
Terrible.
Duty. Here's some of my pro tips. I know I'm not a professional and I haven't won anything, but
You might as well be.
don't fucking. Okay, this is what happened this morning. Okay, I'm gonna tell you about a situation that happened this morning. We should have fucking got the W. Okay,
How are you this evening, man?
but
Doing all right
instead of using a feature,
Have a great day.
instead of using a ping feature where you ping a player, hey, we're doing something here. All right.
This is important.
Anyways, so
Sorry.
no, I was just making
Had a
fun.
car.
No, but anyways, a situation happened, and one person on our squad had a precision airstrike, and there's two squads left, us and them. It's two squads. And he just opened fires, and he's like, blah, blah, and we go, hey, where are they? And he goes, over here. And I'm like, yo, you got degrees, you got directions, you've got a ping. Oh, snap, cracking
Here's
beers
the deal, bud. Here's the thing. If you play Warzone like you should play Warzone, you ought to know that bitch like it's your damn farm. It's your 30-acre plot. You know what I mean? You ought to know it like the back of your ass.
Yeah, there's
You
a
ought to be
lot
able
of
to call north,
strategies
south, east,
that we
west.
gotta adopt that are used by the professionals. It's just like straight up call outs from, certain buildings got certain names that I never knew about, and I was watching them today.
Dude,
and was like,
we have our security forces training here like, hey,
that only
point
takes
four
you so
secure.
far.
point 2 secure.
Sir, let me
You
get
know
my
what I mean?
flight chief.
Hey, he's on
Sir.
point 3.
Sir, let me get my flight chief.
Yeah. Sir, Papa 1
Man.
reports is ordered.
Sir,
All secure.
you,
Would you
sir,
request post briefing?
Oh, dude, let's hear
you're
it. Yes.
confusing your rank with my authority.
I want to hear a post briefing, Pather.
Dude, I can't remember the fucking. I think Golf 3 was probably the only time I actually learned the post
Dude,
briefing.
Does anybody remember the post brief?
I do, but I'm pretty sure.
I remember the security forces creed if I can get through it.
Oh, dude, Taylor almost
But
got through it one time when I was soloing it on Call of Duty.
No, that was me, dude.
Oh, that was
me.
you. That was you. Yeah.
No, I
We
don't
came
know
in
the
second
creed.
that day.
I just know that.
Did you want it?
Dude,
If you want it, I'll give it to you.
dude, just give her, dude.
Belt it out.
I gotta get an attention real quick. I'm a security forces member. I hold allegiance to my country, devotion to duty, and personal integrity above all. I wear my shield of authority with dignity and restraint, and promote by example high standards of conduct, appearance, courtesy, and performance. I seek no favor because of my profession, and perform my duties in a firm, courteous, impartial manner, irrespective of a person's color, race, religion, national origin, or sex. I strive to merit the respect of all who I come in contact. So help me God, or whatever the fuck it goes. It's something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's
Mildly.
correct or not. I
That's
never
pretty
really learned
close.
it. I never learned
It's
it.
pretty close.
I was a degenerate. Never learned it. There's Lola Girl for everyone
She
who's
just made her
watching.
JT show debut.
If anyone's watching on
girl
YouTube,
Lowe's.
which, by the way, if you got to get to my YouTube, go to jtofjville.com. You can find all my links there. You can go to jtofjville on Twitter, and you can find my links on there. Or I don't really know how to find my YouTube page because it's not a partner or whatever it's called, so I don't have my own URL yet. But one of these days it'll happen.
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm pulling about 10 episodes, 10 views an episode, about 15 views an episode at most, and then the big ones.
All those viewers, we really appreciate you.
Yeah,
dude, we love you guys.
You guys make me wake up in the morning and say, God, I don't hate my life completely. Just a little.
Speaking of that, fuck your 22 push-ups. Call 22 friends.
Yeah,
today.
dude. 100%.
Oh, yeah.
So I saw. Yeah, I was talking about this with Prather the other day. I saw this.
We got to
post
start that movement.
that said, instead of doing fucking 22 push-ups online, why don't you call it 22 buddies? See, my immediate circle of people, and here's the difference between like real friends and fake friends, is I actually still fuck with my circle, okay? I play video games with Cut and Prather. We don't live anywhere fucking close to each other. I visited Cali, Alaska, Texas, Florida, Utah at some point, Vegas.
Yeah.
I've gone all over these places to see all these people, and I've been bailed on before with people who should have showed up and didn't. And all I'm saying is, instead of doing something for fucking likes and all that bullshit, and I know this is a podcast, and I know that likes and subscribers and all that shit, yeah, that's we're talking about podcasts, but I'm talking about suicide prevention. Why don't you call some motherfuckers, okay? Why don't you get the fuck on the phone and check in with your fucking boys, okay?
All your boys plan a trip, man.
Yeah.
That's the best way to prevent it, dude.
Yeah, we've got possible Arkansas. I know that's illegal in the state of Arkansas, but
the fuck you say?
but
Arkansas.
I'm gonna whoop both y'all's asses.
First of all, that's illegal in the state of Arkansas, but in the state
Wasn't
of
it? Wait, is Arkansas the place that it was illegal to have like an ice cream in your back left pocket or something like that?
It's illegal to mispronounce Arkansas in the state of Arkansas.
I know you can whoop
Is
your
it really?
wife's ass on the courthouse steps the third Sunday of every month. With it's a rule of thumb, dude. It's got to be a switch. Yeah,
as long as you yell "woo pig" before you do it, it's fine.
That's hilarious.
Oh yeah, woo pig the whole time. Well, woo pig. Well, woo pig. And then her father will cut my head off and bury me.
But I just got done seeing
unmarked grave.
Two of my military buddies. I had one person completely bail, so they're like, I don't know, not really a friend anymore, I guess.
Dude, you still answer their call, but you don't rely on them as much as you.
You don't plan any more trips.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that means.
We've got a PGA professional golfing outing planned for probably 2021 in Cali.
Man, yeah, 2021 is going to be the Pebble trip. That's going to be a fun one.
Spyglass or Pebble.
Spyglass or Pebble, dude. Pebble Beach is the #1 ranked public golf course in the world, and there's like the number 4 or something like that. That's over. It's just one town over. So I might look into that one, see how hard it is to get a tee time there. I'm going to double up on these beers. But the trip's going to be a lot of fun.
But yeah, instead of doing your 22 push-ups, just call 22 your friends, dude. Don't let your friends down. Check in on them,
Check in on them. That's all it is.
That's all
Holler
it is.
at your boys.
Yeah.
Homie could have a fucking gun in his mouth or a bottle full of pills about to go down his throat. And that phone call could come in at the most perfect time. It's destiny, dude. Call your fucking homies.
Switch out that bottle of pills for a bottle of Coors Light and talk.
Boom.
And as loose-lipped and fucking yeehaw good times that we've had during this podcast, in a serious note, sometimes you don't fucking know. And I've been there where you don't fucking know. And the next morning you wake up and you get that phone call and you're like, holy shit, you don't fucking know. So that's why I
experienced it firsthand.
But so instead of fucking doing push-ups for likes and all that bullshit, call 22
I get
friends.
it, dude. I get it. You're fucking cut. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But you ain't saving a goddamn life.
No, you're making me hate Facebook more and more every day.
What's funny about it is half of them aren't even cut up or anything like that, and they're struggling to do the 22 push-ups. I think that's the best part about it.
There's one person, we're not going to name names here, that Cut and I, he got nominated to do push-ups, and he did them for about 3 days, and then he stopped doing them because
posted them for about 3 days. The funniest part about it is he only posted the front half from like here up.
Yeah.
And so when he was doing his push-ups, he was doing them, but like you don't know if he was on his knees or what he was
ain't
doing
breaking
back
90.
there. He could have been cheating.
He was doing middle school
They were,
fucking
you know what they
push-ups.
were? They were Air Force PT test push-ups when you had your boy watching you.
1, 2, 3, 17,
Seven.
18, 19, 20,
24.
30, 33, 34, 35,
Yeah,
36,
67.
40,
He
41,
maxed it.
42, 50, 51.
Oh!
Hey, this is a true story. This is a fucking true story.
Done that 100
I'm
times.
I'm baby-faced, brand new to the fucking Air Force. You get to your first base and you got to do a
kind of
PT.
like he looks right now.
Kind of look, but yeah, exactly how I look.
Roasted.
So
We had to address the baby face.
I get to the fucking gym. They do the waist measurements, do your push-up. Oh, you do waist measurements, and then they're explaining push-ups and sit-ups, and they partner you off with random fucking people.
No.
And there's this chief fucking, I don't even know where he was from, what
Oof.
squadron. All I know is he was a chief. And this chief fucking said to this group of airmen, including myself, he said, hey, integrity is everything in the Air Force except for on an Air Force PT test day. And that motherfucker,
I love that guy.
And that motherfucker probably got 100%, dude.
Yep.
Because he was counting 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, 18, 19, 20.
Right.
Dude.
How many do you
So
how many
Dude.
do you need is the best thing you can hear on an Air Force PT test day.
Yeah.
Hey man.
67
hey,
is max.
How many do you need? I need 60.
What was the minimum? Wasn't it like 42 or something
30,
like that? Was the
38.
30, I think it was 38 or 30. It was 30,
and 42
something
sit-ups, right?
58 is max on sit-ups.
Yeah, and then
What was it?
60,
I think the minimum was
66 or
42.
64.
42
yeah.
sticks out for me. I don't know why.
If you can fuck like a champ, you can pass sit-ups and max them every time.
yeah. That's it.
See,
right
in
here.
in my book,
It's the
That's
breathing,
it.
bro.
in my book,
Yeah.
sit-ups were the hardest. I could run like a motherfucker, but then I would have to like practice sit-ups like a month before.
That is something. I'll back that. You run like a motherfucker. That's
Like I'd
Dude.
be sitting there like, hey man, I'm gonna run like a 10:30, and I haven't ran in like 6 months, and they're like, what? And then I would be dead afterwards, but I did it.
yeah.
I fucking did.
So-
it.
I got a funny story about it. I went to one of them. It was one of my. I think I had been in for a couple of years. I'd gotten back from my first deployment, and I owed a PT test when I got back because I didn't do one when I
I'm
was
gonna pee,
gone.
but go ahead.
And so I'm out there, and we're getting ready to go, and it was just like Taylor's story, just some random chief that was out there, and he was counting for some dude that was a hardo, and he was getting like 80 push-ups and 80 sit-ups, and
No.
maxing
Not
out
me.
to run like that type of guy is who he was. And the chief, he looks at me and shakes his head after he's done counting for him. He's like, hey man, if the bare minimum wasn't good enough, it wouldn't be the bare minimum. And that completely changed my mentality on the Air Force in general. Like I kept that mentality the whole time, and I'm pretty sure that showed in like everything that I ever did when I was in.
Ran the
I just-
best golf
from
tour
then
you
on
ever
out-
seen.
From then on out, I just did the bare minimum, and that was
Yep.
the easiest PT test.
Call
ever.
on the
You
gate
jog
runner.
your mile and a half,
Do
get
a
it
good
just under
changeover.
13 minutes, you're good to go.
Yeah. Dude, so hilarious time. I was in the armory at the time, and I was there for like a couple years or whatever. And dude, I was doing the fucking I had a PT test coming up in like a week, right? And I was like, fuck it, dude. Hadn't ran a damn mile and a half in a year and some change. Or it felt like that. And we come out here and it's like time to do the run, right? And I'm like, cool. Now, dude, I got this. I don't need anybody out there, right? I go out there and I do one of them ones at like 1,300 or whatever. And I go and I do this run and I'm like, oh, fuck, man, this fucking sucks. And I got comfortable and I think I even threw up one time. And I just had to slow it down, right? So I'm like in the tunes and I'm like, hey, having a good time. And I get I'm like 5.5 laps in, right? And I come around that last straight and this fucking little A1C who was doing his little fitness test thing for, a bullet on his EPR or some shit. He looks down the fucking last 100 meters and he's like, you got 10 seconds. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And without even a thought, dude, I look like Usain Bolt, dude. And I'm just fucking
Just start striding.
And I crossed it. It was 13:36 and failing was 13:37 for the next 6 months. I was called 1 second.
That's hilarious.
I never had that
dude.
issue.
Little
Yeah.
do you know that's
I
not where
can't
that
run worth a
nickname
fuck.
came from.
No, dude. Old lady leaked some hard info, and she got that.
They called at home for that one.
Yeah.
I got a funny story about Prather. When he was working in the armory, I had just gotten to Cannon Air Force Base, and I was doing my what was that called when you first get there to get certed? Get your 5 level.
Your QC.
What's that? I was doing my QC, and I had started. Fuck that guy to start off. He's a douche.
I got 2 for him.
He wanted me to give the Air Force answer and then explain the Air Force answer. And I was like, oh, I thought I just had to give what was written in the book. He goes, no, I want you to explain to me what these answers mean to you. And so it like doubled the length of my QC. And then he's like, all right, you ready for the practical? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready for the practical. So he went to the armory, pulled Prather out of the armory so I could handcuff and search him.
I remember that.
So I handcuffed Prather, checked my fucking double lock, looked back, and he's like, all right, now start your search. And I was like, all right, sounds good. And I asked Prather, I was like, you got anything on you that might harm me or you during the search? He goes, no. And then he leans back like this. He goes, I got a knife in my left calf pocket. Whispered it, hella sly. And I was like, okay. And so I'm like, I'm checking. I started left side, just started from the top, worked all the way down to the bottom. It said weapon, put Prather on the ground, and she's like, all right, you're good. I'm like, yes. that was the plug. Prather was the plug.
That, dude.
Yeah.
I wasn't about to watch some new kid get fucked, man, like day one.
Dude, I would have too. I probably would have found it. It was a pretty decent sized pocket knife.
But to let you start on the right side.
Where that bitch was at.
Dude, I wasn't about to let you give me the old
So I started left side and went all the way down.
I wasn't about to let you give me the old fucking.
Dude, that was the next step too. I was gonna shark fin you and then go all the way down the right side.
Yeah.
Gotta pinch.
Get that jiggle with the shark fin up.
Right. No.
But
we weren't gonna get to know each other that well on day 4.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man.
But
I passed.
But with all those wild times, boys, I'd say it's time to jump over to that Call of Duty.
I agree.
Oh, I'm down.
So
I concur.
Any you guys want to promote yourselves at all? Anything you guys want to say before we go?
Follow me on Twitch TV. Team Cut's the name. Just shoot me that follow. Trying to make it a thing. Team Cut. TEAMCUT.
All right. Prather probably just wants to say woo pigs.
I will say, if you ever need a buddy to call, if you ever need somebody to bullshit about the military, if you ever need somebody to talk you out of it off a ledge, PratDaddy24. You can hit me up on Facebook, Alex Prather. You can find my beautiful beard on there. And also, woo pig, SEC, hogs are coming back. 2020 is a building year, so fuck y'all. But
it's very
year. It's a COVID year. But hey, everybody else, go to jtfjfl.com, all that jazz. You know that shit. Like, subscribe if you want to. If you don't, fuck off, Randy. But, so signing out, Captain's Log. That's going to be ending for recording. Deuces.